Have you ever caught yourself thinking, why do I get attached so easily? You're not alone, and there are real reasons behind why we might form emotional connections so fast. In this video, we'll break down the psychology of attachment and how it affects our relationships. We'll explore how childhood experiences, fear of abandonment, and emotional intensity play significant roles in our attachment styles. Plus, I'll walk you through 3 practical steps to help you form healthier, more balanced connections. If you're ready to regain control of your emotions and stop getting attached so easily, then keep watching. Why do I get attached easily? Have you ever found yourself getting deeply attached to someone you've just met? This overwhelming connection can leave you feeling vulnerable, and you may wonder why it happens so fast. Emotional attachment is a basic human need, but when it happens too quickly, it can lead to emotional exhaustion and heartache. This tendency often stems from past experiences, especially how we learn to form relationships in our early years. It's important to recognize these patterns so that you can start to manage your emotional responses better and build healthier relationships. 1. Childhood attachment styles, the foundation of connection. Your childhood plays a huge role in how you form attachments in adulthood. If you grew up with caregivers who provided consistent emotional support, you're more likely to develop a secure attachment style. However, if your caregivers were distant or unpredictable, you might develop an anxious or avoidant attachment style. People with anxious attachment tend to cling to relationships out of fear of abandonment, which could explain why you get attached easily. The good news is that understanding your attachment style allows you to consciously work on forming more balanced and secure connections. 2. Fear of abandonment, the hidden driver. The root of quick attachment is often a deep-seated fear of abandonment. This fear makes you cling to relationships, fearing that if you don't hold on tight, the person will leave. This can lead to unhealthy emotional dependence. This fear is usually tied to past experiences, such as feeling abandoned or neglected as a child. By recognizing this fear and working through it, you can start to build trust in yourself and in others, which leads to more secure relationships. 3. Low self-esteem, the search for validation. When you don't feel good about yourself, you may seek validation from others to feel worthy. This is one of the key reasons why people get attached quickly. When someone shows you attention, it can feel like they're filling a void within you. However, this external validation is fleeting and can make you feel even more vulnerable when the person pulls away. Building self-esteem from within will help you form healthier relationships without relying on others for a sense of worth. 4. Romantic idealization, perfect love, imperfect reality. It's easy to idealize relationships and create an unrealistic picture of what love should look like. You might get attached to the idea of a perfect relationship rather than the reality of the person in front of you. This kind of idealization can lead to disappointment when things don't go as expected. Love isn't about perfection. It's about accepting the messy and complex reality of human relationships. Learning to embrace imperfection will help you form deeper, more meaningful connections. 5. Loneliness and social isolation. Filling the void loneliness can drive people to form attachments too quickly. When you're isolated, even a small gesture of kindness can feel overwhelming, and you may latch on to the person who provided it. However, this attachment is often based on a fear of being alone rather than a true emotional connection. By addressing your feelings of loneliness and building a fulfilling life, you'll be less likely to attach to someone out of desperation. 6. Impulsivity and emotional intensity, a roller coaster of emotions. If you experience emotions intensely, you might find yourself diving headfirst into relationships driven by the thrill of connection. While emotional intensity can be exciting, it can also lead to impulsive decisions and quick attachments. It's important to slow down and give yourself time to get to know the other person before becoming too emotionally invested. Managing your emotional impulses will lead to more stable, long-term relationships. 7. Lack of boundaries, getting lost in relationships. Without clear boundaries, it's easy to lose yourself in a relationship and become overly attached. When you give too much too soon or prioritize someone else's needs over your own, you risk becoming enmeshed in the relationship. Healthy boundaries are essential to maintaining your sense of self while still allowing closeness. Setting boundaries will help you form more balanced and fulfilling relationships where both partners feel respected. 8. Biological factors, the influence of brain chemistry. Our brain chemistry plays a significant role in how quickly we get attached to others. Chemicals like oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone, are released during bonding activities, creating feelings of closeness and attachment. While these biological responses are natural, they can sometimes cloud our judgment, making us feel attached before we've had a chance to fully evaluate the relationship. Understanding these biological influences can help you take a step back and assess whether your feelings are driven by hormones or genuine connection. 3 steps to stop getting attached. Easily self-reflection, uncovering attachment triggers. Take time to reflect on what typically triggers your quick attachments. Are you seeking security or validation? By identifying these emotional cues, you can start responding to them in healthier ways. Journaling can help you connect the dots and uncover the underlying reasons behind your attachment patterns. Establish healthy boundaries. Balancing closeness and independence boundaries are essential for maintaining emotional well-being in relationships. Without them, it's easy to lose yourself in the connection. Setting clear emotional, physical, and mental boundaries allows you to enjoy closeness while protecting your sense of self. When you respect your boundaries, you also teach others to respect them, leading to healthier attachments. Develop emotional regulation skills. Calming the emotional storm learning. How to manage your emotions will prevent you from becoming overwhelmed by attachment. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation or breathing exercises, can help you stay grounded and centered, even when emotions run high. By developing emotional regulation skills, you'll be able to slow down and approach relationships with more clarity and intention. Final thoughts: building healthier connections. Now that you understand why you get attached so easily, it's time to take control of your emotional responses. Quick attachment can leave you feeling vulnerable, but by addressing your attachment style, setting boundaries, and developing emotional regulation skills, you can form healthier, more balanced relationships. Remember, it's not about avoiding connection, but about ensuring that your attachments are meaningful and built on mutual respect.